Good morning, Leo. This is Path of Enlightenment Tarot. If you guys are returning, welcome back. If not, and you're new, welcome as well. This collective reading will be for the sign of Leo, for Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus as well. Cross watchers, if this video is for you, you'll know if that's your thing. That's cool too. So guys, change of location if you've watched before, and I think I just might make a video about all that eventually later on. Like, I'm kind of bouncing around, but I'm between home and work all the time, so welcome to my casa. So it is what it is, right? Like, trying to get things organized better so that this can just flow a lot easier when I have the time to get these videos out to you guys, that it's just easy peasy pumpkin pie. So, well, welcome to the month of October. Goodbye retrograde, adios to Mercury retrograde. So that's exciting, because Mercury retrograde was messing with me pretty heavy this time around. So this is going to be your reading for October of 2022. So let's just go ahead and dive in, see what comes up in the cards for you guys today. I hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend was great. I'm going to try to get the rest of your videos out for the collective, and then you know, so if you've got a sun or rising or a moon, or whatever, in another position, another sign, another position, if I haven't posted those, I will here as soon as possible, so bear with me, please. So the two cards and eights right off the bat, Alchemy and Cosmic Flower, 8 and 18. I'm going to read these off to you guys. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform the miracles of transmutation. In Cosmic Flower, the frequency of the Cosmic Flower activates remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificent out into the world. The reds really stick out to me, guys, and to me, I do a lot of work with the chakras, and so color association. So one, you could be dealing with some anger, some aggression, but also trying to find your stability and balance, and be fighting for a position of balance and stability as well. And then emergence under that, another red. So let's see. I'm gonna get the other cards out and see what's going on. But we have to be willing to work with ourselves, kind of like, playing the alchemist in our own lives to see how things balance out in the long run. So it's kind of what I'm getting from that. Not a whole lot, but let's see. So Spirit for Leo, please. Leo for September. Oh, maybe something happened in September. We'll see. For Leo for the month of October. Retrograde's over. I should not be like post shadow, right? So retrograde. Spirit for Leo. 5 of Earth. There may have been in the past a matter of jobs situation, maybe trying to make a choice of that, maybe trying to bring it together. 5 of Earth, or 5 of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Swords is very much, with the 5 of Pentacles, what we end up with is feeling a lack thereof, maybe a lack of reciprocity, sitting in fear, feeling as if we've been left out in the cold. Have we been abandoned in a sense as well? With this particular deck, this is the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. It's a pretty neat deck. It was actually one of the first decks I ever got years and years and years ago. I'm surprised it's still in such a good shape. But, a lot of times you see that 5 of Pentacles and it looks really cold and lonely and out there. To me, this one is kind of reminding us that even when we feel like we're without, we're never really without. It's changing us. It is transforming us. It is a temporary setback to me, because outside of that darkness that you see so close to the front, there's a light that's shining out from behind there. And it's like, okay, so maybe I'm not quite there yet. And this 9 of Air is that anxietized energy, right? Like maybe feeling alone. Everybody else in the world is, it's asleep at night, and they're comfortable and content, and there you are up at night, analyzing, anxietizing over things, maybe creating worst case scenarios in your head. We feel very alone in that space sometimes. So this can be a little bit of a matter of depression that you may have been dealing with in the past. Some self-doubting as well. Not feeling, I would say not feeling like yourself from time to time. So let's take a look at the present energies. We got Gemini, the Lovers. And the Three of Water. Okay. So to me, guys, let's see, Spirit for Leo, please. I'm hearing someone saying, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What are we doing? What's it going to be? So you may be out right now intermingling with a lot of people around you, seeking out like-minded individuals. There we go. To me, it's also understanding that you're making better decisions than you have in the past. This isn't so much, I don't know so much that it pertains to love at this point, but we'll clarify. But to me, this is about making better decisions. In the past, you were in that Nine of Swords energy, reliving things, maybe not being, obviously not being content with where things were at the time, but understanding, where to invest in rather than where not to invest in. And to me, with this Three of Water, like you're finding a way to, or the Three of Cups, to celebrate, to find successes in other things rather than this energy. Like it's a complete change and a complete turnaround from you from the past energy that you were in. You're finding a way of flow with other people. You may be making new friends at this time. To me, it's almost like you're elevating the soul's growth. Like you're stepping into things that are more in flow, more in tune with who you are internally, which I think is a really nice energy to have. Because to me, it's like there's more than what meets the eye. Like there's more than that surface energy that you're dealing with. So you've got the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Swords there. One more for the future for Leo. Some of you, Spirit saying you might have a Libra, Libra rising or a Libra moon. So if this is for you guys, you know where your placements are. I usually don't get stuff like that, but this morning is a thing, I guess. So let's see. I got 3. I'm actually going to take that as the underlying energy. They're telling me take it as the underlying. I'm still going to look at the bottom here. Queen of Air and the Moon. So Queen of Swords and the Moon, and then we've got the King of Fire. They're telling me is going to be the underlying energy for this particular reading. So Queen of Swords. She can be very, getting the space of analytical. So for me, it's almost kind of like a need to know more, understand more, not sitting, excuse me, this morning, goodness. She's not sitting in a fantasy land, but she's also understanding that manifestations are occurring and they will occur as she moves forward. I like that, that energy attached to that, but we also have the Moon. It's trusting our intuition, trusting beyond the things that we can't see. You may have been in a place before with that Nine of Air that it's like I'm hearing from Spirit there's new possibilities on the horizon as well. So maybe where you had a very set idea of how things would come together, the Moon coming in during the month of October is like, let me show you something different and see what you do with that. And you may not be able to see that because you're very much trying to figure it out. Like you understand that there's more to the world, but it's almost like letting loose of the reins and letting go, which is interesting. Not saying that you were so much in stuck energy in the past, but there's some more. Like I feel like there's a manifestation, and you're willing to cut things off too. Like it's kind of like the number 6 is coming up, even minus the Lovers card there. Wasn't even thinking. The number 6 is important, and the number 18 may also be important with that Moon energy for some reason. They seem to really stick out to me. That's some Cancerian energy there. second, Spirit. The Spirit's saying it's almost laughable. Whatever the situation is in the futuristic tense, they're saying it's almost laughable. Like, I never seen this coming. This energy feels overall lighthearted, but I feel like there's a little bit of influx going back and forth with the King of Fire there too. Again, I'm feeling a lot of focus and determination behind the energies there as well. So I feel like you're learning something new as well. Like there's a new way, a new perspective. Someone's stepping in with you. This King of Fire, King of Wands to me, Leo, I don't even know, fire sign, right? Like that's you. I don't know that it is you. So you may be dealing with Aries, another Leo, Sagittarius. It's interesting to me. I don't feel like that's your energy per se. So, and then Four of Water. All right, let's clarify this King of Wands and see what's going on. The Devil. The Star. All right. The Devil, the Star, oh gosh, and the Three of Swords. Again, guys, I don't feel like for whatever reason that this King of Wands is you. Somebody around you may be very much dealing with a disappointment of what they thought was true and tried for them in the past. And it's caught them up in a space of suspension. Now, Leo, this could be for you, right? But I don't feel that this particular card is your energy. So this may just be what you're dealing with in your energetic space at this time. Like, it's to me, this energy is having to tiptoe around situations because it's like if, you know, you play with fire, you get burnt type of situation as well. And I don't know. I feel as if there's been some illusion to what brought happiness or what brought wish fulfillment. And, you know, in turn with there was two, you know, just because we've got passion for somebody or something, it doesn't always mean that it's healthy for us. And I feel like that may be the idea here was like, what I think it feels really good, but recognizing that it may not be so good for us at the end, and it may lead to some heartbreak and pain attached to that. So let's see what else is going on. I just don't, even though I just don't feel like that's you guys. It's more of a card of Sag for me. So Five of Earth. I feel like this might be a cross-watcher reading for some reason. I really do. Yeah, we've got the Moon and the Three of Wands. Entanglement to me. First off, there was situations of like a period of this rest and reflection type energy of trying to bring things together, trying to understand something beyond the physical sight. Leo, like I feel bad in a sense because this reading is for Leo, right? But I also feel like this is very much a cross-watcher reading. So take the energies, discern it appropriately, but this is really how I'm feeling about this right now. This may be a matter too, Spirit saying like, this may be a matter of clearing things up with other people outside of you. So, you know, we've come out of Mercury retrograde. We do get a different perspective. You may be wondering what is on the other person's mind, which I really don't get into that kind of stuff, but this is really, you know, I'm always going to give you guys what's coming out, and this is what's coming out. So there's a reason for it. This message is meant for somebody. But this person sat in a very large state of illusion, whether it's you or the person that you're dealing with. To me, a lot of waiting. They may be traveling a lot. You may be traveling a lot at this time. Or in the past energies, I'm sorry. Maybe, you know, as if the distance created some, I don't want to say missing, because I don't have one set of cups here. But it kind of left space that wasn't necessary is how it's coming through. And it gave somebody too much time to think about things. So I don't know, interesting. This is a different kind of reading today for you guys. I don't know what's up. So all right, let's clarify that Nine of Air and see what's good. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, geez, okay. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Or, I'm sorry, the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Somebody is really feeling like, you know, they need to be almost alone. Alone, working on themselves, working on wish fulfillment. Some of you may be being very guided, like through these moments of anxiety. Again, you were cross-watch or whatever it might be, where you're being guided. Like you may have also been left, Spirit is saying that you may also have been left like a nest egg, or you're, you know, financially well off and to do, and it's kind of like, is that all that is that all that I am, is kind of how that feels. Like it feels hard to reach that Ten of Pentacles, and it's taking action to get there. You may have felt for a little while like everything was crumbling down around you. Know that, you know, we all, not to downplay anything, we all carry burdens in difficult situations. And it doesn't mean that we're not capable. You know, we shouldn't downplay ourselves and the grit and determined energy that we have. But I just feel like there's just been something very heavily weighing in the back of the mind that has created this like idea that things need to change, or they just feel hard and heavy, and there can be some stubborn energy, maybe pushing against certain things from the past. So just let it be what it is. Just always, that's my statement, and I hate saying that so much, but I feel like new ideas come through when you experience the burden. You're finding a new way to deal with those burdens. You're finding a new way around, you know, that independent energy. But you know, the wand, or the Nine of Wands, or oh my God, I keep wanting to say the Nine of Wands. I don't know why. The Nine of Pentacles. She's beautiful. She's got it together. She knows exactly what she needs to do. She's well on her way. And it may feel sometimes as if that is really hard to get to. But I feel like you've got some inspired action taking place through the hardships. You know, some people, when we hit a roadblock, we just kind of get down and out. For others of you, you may be the person that's like, well, through these hardships, I'm going to figure out how it is. I'm going to come up with a new creative idea that's going to change things in a positive direction. So don't let that like eat you up at night kind of thing. All right, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups. Mother of Swords. The Sun. All right, so we got the Eight of Cups, Mother of Swords, and the Sun underneath that. So Spirit is saying lying in wait, as if you're lying in wait for something. You walked away from things that were not fulfilling. It's time to go. It's time to step outside of that. You're understanding that things that are not serving of you, they can't stick around. They won't be sticking around. You won't have it. That Mother of Swords, like she is, you know, maybe the Queen of Swords in the original deck. I'm using the Kim Kranz Lot Unknown Tarot. I don't know if I'm not awake enough yet this morning or what. Goodness. So anyhow, you know, her direct focus is kind of like, if you've dealt with someone recently that has hurt your feelings or made you feel left out, you've got a laser sharp focus as to where, like, you're not dealing with those things anymore. Like, it just doesn't work for you. It's kind of like you've rinsed away those things. You're stepping into a better space, you know, all the way around. Like, you know that you're going to have mental clarity. And for some of you, this may be a spiritual thing as well, where there was past disappointments, heartache, and loss. You're getting a much better idea. Like, you're outsmarting the past is kind of how this comes across to me, which is weird. So the Three of Water, or the Three of Cups, is clarified by the Six of Cups and the Tower. All right. Okay. So Spirit is saying that this is not the time. And, oh, excuse me, that snuck up on me. That this is not the time. October, you know, that's the death card here, Scorpio energy. I feel like what, you know, I talked about earlier about whatever this unexpected way is, or a situation is, it might change the direction. We talked about choices as well, right? This is, you know, I'm going to backtrack for a second, guys. I'm sorry. Clearing away, walking away from disappointing situations in the past. The way that you are expecting things to occur, you may go through that tower moment. You know, the tower moment along with the death card is a complete clearing of the slate, a whole start over. You know, you may be feeling as if you're missing an opportunity, but I don't think that you are. I really don't think that you are, because like I said earlier, there's this unexpectedness that's tied to this. And when it happens, you know, we have tower moments, we have death, we have all these things that are transformational energy, that what we think is meant for us may not be meant for us, because whatever this is going, you have options around you, I think, more than you know. Like, you completed a cycle with the World card. Like, it was done. It was finito. Like, wrap this up, put a fork in it. We're moving on into calmer space. And you may be eliminating options. Like, you know, I'm going to call it a fixation on a particular cup. I've got, you know, both of these birds on these cards are taking a look at the cup, like they're picking, you know, I feel like they're narrowing down their choices and their options, that they're not sticking with the same old thing anymore. And this tower with the Six of Cups is like, if you have people from the past that come back around, you may, you know, it's just like, no, thank you. If you're dealing with kids and things like that as well, it's like, I'm good here. But I also feel like with that Six of Cups, there's a blossoming abundance beneath the surface that you're not seeing. You know, there it is. Like, look at that tree. It's just plain Jane, with underneath what's growing through that, you know, that Three of Water. That water is watering, you know, your roots. You're taking, I feel like you're going deeper within you. This isn't so much like a shallow kind of energy. This Three of Cups, you may be, you know, seeking out some spiritual advice. You may be working with other people that are reasons to celebrate successes and changes. And that tower is just saying to me that, you know, you look at these two trees, like the tree that the tower is hitting on there is taking out the top part of that tree. But what is beneath that surface is a whole lot of growth that's not been seen. So whatever you're doing, you're making better, and I'm gonna stick by the fact, like, you're making better choices. You're walking away, you're getting clarity. There may be a specific friend or somebody around you that you're choosing to see, that it's like, they may be in a very sorrowful sense on the regular, and it's just like, you know, this isn't for me anymore. Like, that's not where I vibe at anymore. This is not who I am anymore. I've changed. I've transformed. Like, I know that there's more to the world around me than what I'm just seeing at face value. And in that, you're having significant growth. And you're doing it with like-minded people who are encouraging that. There's a reason to celebrate. There's a reason to get together. This tower is burning away anything that's superficial to you. So a lot of little messages in this for you guys. Queen of Air, Hangman, Ten of Pentacles, waiting on the Ten of Pentacles, knowing what you want, you're going for it, but I feel like there's a need to pause and reflect upon this. Okay, guys, Mother of Pentacles in reverse. All right, let's see here. So Queen of Air. I feel like you're graduating. I don't even know why I say that, but I do. I feel like you're graduating something. But I feel like it's on a soul level. So the Hangman, and then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. You may be getting a better idea, too, as to what your Ten of Pentacles is for you. You know, sometimes we do. We need to get a different perspective, and we're always seeing things a certain way. And this may be those choices and those things that are coming up too that come in unexpectedly. Spirit just gave me something and then it left me as fast as it came in. We need to see things different. It may not be the way that we thought it was going to be, how it was going to be, but we know that we're going to damn well get to our 10 of Pentacles. I mean, stable, balanced, grounded, financially secure, prosperous, abundance. And it's like, you know how to get there. So you may be pausing for just a moment in time. 5. The V. Don't get down on yourself either. Like you've got extreme focus, laser-like focus on something. I feel like this is more about healing, like healing the situations from before, that it's taking you into a bigger soul's growth for you. And I feel as if, you know, you've had these hiccups and bumps and things that have happened, but your soul's growth is occurring for you. Like I said, a lot of little messages. I've been getting it that way the last week or so. So the moon, we've got the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun, and the Four of Swords. Let me see. Major arcanas declare. Guys, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas over here clarifying. Holy Toledo. Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance card. Listen, you guys, and 2 of Pentacles, you might have some unexpected choices. And when they come in, it's like shit. Because I don't feel like you're expecting anything of the such. You know, I feel like I do. The first part of this reading, I feel like was maybe not necessarily for you. The energy seems to be split to me. That King of Wands was, I just don't feel like it was you guys. So this, again, cross-watcher reading, whatever, but I feel like the entanglement begins of the understanding and knowing, and then this energy switches and flips on me, moving forward to you guys in the present and in the past. So you may be focused on the future. You may be focused on somebody from the past situations, or they may be very heavily focused on you at this time, because now moving forward, it's all about you. So I like that for you guys. So the Mother of Pentacles, the Sun, Four of Swords, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. Oh my. You're going to begin to feel better about yourself. So if you're having some kind of doubts around you because you feel as if, like with this waiting, the space of waiting, like I feel like there's a lot of emotions in a space of waiting, but you're learning how to communicate with the spiritual aspects of yourself. Like I feel like there's this torn energy between like the physical world and then the spiritual world. So for those of you that are working on soul's growth, like you are healing. It may have taken you a minute. Sometimes you may not feel like you're on top of your game, but you are. There is this need to know, this need to learn, this need to understand. And through that, I feel like there's emotional healing that needs to take place. And it, you know, emotional healing in this realm can be very challenging for us sometimes. And maybe you're realizing that the past situations as well were situations you had to heal from. And when I say heal from, I'm not talking about like it was downright nasty and dirty and people were like cheating, stealing, like, you know, that kind of thing, as much as it is just understanding that, you know, it didn't work quite right. Like things just weren't like connecting. It wasn't like, if you're putting a piece of, you know, puzzle together, all the pieces have to fit intricately. And I feel like you had a lot of the pieces, but maybe from a space of, I don't want to call it shallowness, but in the same breath, like, give me a word, Spirit, give me a word. It was just superficial. They're saying superficial. now you're understanding that there's more to it than maybe just looks or a paycheck. There's something that runs much deeper in this than just those things. So it's like, and you may have been dealing with somebody in the past, or you may have had a sequence of relationships or situationships or whatever that was, that's kind of what they were in, was that fiery energy, that passionate energy, that, you know, like lustful kind of energy. And now they're, through this recognition of the situation, of how it works for you moving forward, that's not serving you anymore, and you're stepping outside of that. You're growing in a way that I feel like you always probably knew was there, but didn't know how it was going to happen. And I still feel like there's going to be some unexpected things that come up for you, that your growth of you is going to be seen by you very differently than you've expected it to be. And by that, you're going to create and draw in these positive experiences that I just don't think that you were ready for. But that's not a bad thing. Like, let the world surprise you. Let the universe surprise you. Let it do its thing for you. So, you know, we can't have everything planned out. So stop anxietizing on how it's going to happen. Just trust that whatever is meant for you is going to always be. So, a little confusing in the beginning. You guys were a little all over the place. All right, let's get some advice. I pulled those, and Spirit says pull different ones. So, okay, blue. I usually don't do these for advice, but let's do this. I don't feel like, it's weird. It's weird. All right, we're gonna pull these. I'm just gonna leave those out there, but we'll see. Leo for October, please. All right. Floating heart. I left the 3 cards out that came out of the Sacred Rebels deck, and I'm just gonna line them up. I just want Spirit saying make sure they're emotionally healed, not just financially healed. So if this is, for some of you, if this is pertaining to love, so be it. So release the dark wound and let love live. I kind of feel like these are 2 separate energies again. And then the angel of love, being patient, loving, understanding, and, in order for someone else to come back around, they've got to heal those wounds. And we all have wounds to heal moving forward. But as we heal, we create a space for the heart space to open up so that we can love from an unconditional, space as well. Faith in the process and woman holding heart. To me, they're both being patient. They're both holding out hope, putting faith and trust in the process of what it is that they're moving forward to. She can appear to be a little rigid just she's out in the cold. You can see the frost on her. That butterfly is about transformation and change, that she's not being held back either, though, through this process. But she's holding on. She's holding on to love. She's doing it compassionately. But, it's kind of like, how long will I stay here waiting? Kind of feel like I can't sit here forever like this. Like her arms feel heavy and tired to me from holding up that heart. And then restore and replenish, and a man holding heart in reverse. There again, a need for healing. I feel like you've done so much healing. You've done so much work when it's come to either a person, situations, the past, that's leading you into a higher vibrational state. Don't stop now. And you've got 4, 4, 4, 4, and 8. So 4s may be very important right now for you. Pay attention to that. So it's like, Spirit's telling me to tell you, don't be concerned. Don't be concerned. Like, just that faith in the process card to me is like you go from anxietizing to feeling love, to anxietizing to feeling love. There's a side of you that wants to burst out, and there's a side of you that wants to retreat. Stop. Just stop. Just do it. Just do whatever feels right to you. So you're doing this healing, you're doing this inner work, and it's changing things within you. I feel like you're learning to come in from a space of emotions, and this may also be related to family too, in the sense of the emotions, like where you're healing. emotional issues, whether it was lack thereof or feeling abandoned or left out before. Somehow you're healing that space, and that's going to create a better space for you when it comes to the frequency of love that you attract into your world as well. So, all right, guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the notification bell. That way you get those notices. Like button if you found this video resonates for you. I kind of feel like it was like missing pieces or something. I don't know. What was it? I did somebody else's the other day, and it kind of felt that way too. It was a little different. I said, I think we'll do this again if we have to. So I have to remember who that was and get you guys some extra videos out. But interesting, if you're healing, if you're playing that alchemist with your life, you're blooming. You're beginning to bloom. Give it time, right? So be patient with yourself. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, a blessed October, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.